for joining us another week, episode of Reflect and Grow, where we come here to reflect, we grow, and we laugh. I'm so excited to be back here another week with another dope conversation, another dope guest. It's gonna be so great. Before we get started, I forgot to mention. Not last week, but the week before, I had my rent comedy party, which is every last Friday of the month. We do that, and I just wanted to thank everybody that came to that. It was so much fun. It was a great. Make sure you come out to the next one. Um, we do that every last Friday of the month. So DM me to get your ticket, cash up demo, however you want to pay. We can figure that out. But I would love to see y'all again in the future. This week, man, we have a dope conversation. We're talking about the emotional aspect of losing weight. I feel like a lot of people, when they talk about losing weight, it's always about, the physical, just putting down the chips, putting down the soda, you know what I'm saying, which I got here right now. They always talk about that, but they never talk about how, you mentally have to get in the state to be ready to lose weight. I learned that myself, as an adult. I really have always battled with my weight, and it's always been. But during the pandemic, I had time to sit down, and I wasn't doing shows, and I had a lot of peace and quiet, and I lost 50 pounds, because I was in a space where I could like process things and deal with it and like mentally just be prepared. Like I had the energy to do it, and I gained all 50 pounds back and more. It's been a battle, and I know why I gained the weight back. I know you see that. That's why I gained the weight back. If anybody just listens to the audio, donuts, donuts in my hand. So, um, so that's why this week, man, I brought one of our good friends here. Y'all seen him before. If you've been here before, we have a licensed therapist. Yes, she is licensed. We got to make sure we put that out there. Um, and she's very educated. It was so dope. I had hit her up, and she actually had like a moment where it's like she was doing some stuff at a time. It was just like perfect alignment. And Brenda, how you doing?
All right, just recovering from a broken ankle. So,
Oh yes, Brenda has a broken ankle. She is literally y'all talking to us while her ankle is broken. So we appreciate you. We
well,
hope the
it's in a
people.
cast, so we're all good.
Well, can you introduce yourself to the people that have not, that's new to here that haven't spoke to you before?
Oh, sure. I'm a licensed professional counselor in the state of Missouri. I've been a therapist for over 20 years, and I work with all populations and all ages. And I just absolutely love it. However, I only work part time now because I'm semi retired. And I also discovered I love stand up comedy and storytelling. And I've been working on humorology where I'm kind of combining my loves together to help people.
Nice. Yes. And we appreciate you for joining us tonight. Um let's get to it. Let's just start.
And thank you
Um
for the show. I really enjoy watching the show and being on the show as well.
I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Um so I have a question for you, and let me know. He said R.I.P. ankle. Um in the
I
chat
still got it. It's not gone.
in the chat he wrote R.I.P. ankle. I mean, let me approve that because they tried to flag you.
um,
All right, so yeah, definitely. The ankle's still there. It's coming back. It's coming back. Um, so in your personal opinion, why do you think losing weight um is often easier than maintaining it?
well, I think anybody can lose weight for in a short period of time.
Mhm.
But I mean, even the people on The Biggest Loser, a lot of them gained weight afterwards because they weren't able to continue the unrealistic lifestyle that they gave them. And long term, it's about lifestyle choices. It's not, oh, I'm going to lose some weight and then I'm just going to go back to eating all that junk food I used to eat.
Mhm. So, I mean, what do you think usually causes people to regain the weight?
I think it's various things like who do they hang out with? Is like culturally, does your family have lots of wonderful get-togethers with a bunch of great food that's not necessarily good for you? Are you emotionally eating? Did something happen in your life and you kind of regressed? And so you're using food to kind of substitute it. Or maybe paycheck's tight and you just are not buying the right food that's really healthy because you think it's cheap. And cheap food is cheap, but it's expensive on your body.
Very, very true. Very, very true. As I eat donuts that were $3.99 for a dozen. Very true. In the chat, Lux wrote, "It's gotta be sustainable." Yes, yes, that's something that I've learned because I tried a bunch of fad diets and lose weight quick. And as you said, you saw with the TV show, you will gain that weight back. Like it has to be something. Just like I feel like life applies into almost all areas of your life. Yeah, you want to build something that's sustainable, um, and that's usually longer lasting than just sprinting right away. Um,
Definitely, it's a change of your environment, of what you eat, and how you live, and how basically how you see the world. And do you have trauma that's underneath that that's pushing it? Let's work on that trauma. You know.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Well, before we get to that, so in the chat, Lux wrote, "I did keto and it worked, but it wasn't sustainable long term for me." Yeah, you got to know what works for you and these type of things. And you said
Yep.
the trauma, right, Brenda? My question, next question to you, and I feel like I know where this is about to go. I might be wrong. Is weight loss more of a physical challenge or a mental one?
I would think more mental, especially if you look into like Dr. Ammon and all the researchers out there. A person that is obese, their brains are wired differently by life choices. I'm not blaming anybody. I'm just saying, or giving an excuse at the same time. But people that are obese, they don't get their reward center is much lower. So they have to eat more to get there. Their dopamine doesn't produce as well. You know, it's kind of like DoorDash. It's quick and it's fast, but then it leaves you feeling kind of afterwards, right? but they're just and the limbic system isn't the same. So basically, when we overeat and we're eating foods that have a lot of preservatives, and those preservatives are addictive and they increase your hunger, it's going to make changes in your brain so that you'll eat more. It's unfair, really.
Mm, okay. Um, why do so many people eat when they're stressed, anxious, lonely, or bored?
I think it's the dopamine because uh, when we eat, we kind of feel a little bit jazzed sometimes, and I think cultural, like I don't know, my mom and I we always like to eat to celebrate things because we were sad or we had friends over. I mean, eat, and even I'll still make some of the dishes she used to make, and they're not the best, but I do it because I feel like it's a connection to her.
Mm,
But I will say, when I was being sued by a neighbor who was really putting a lot of stress on us, I overate. I didn't even realize it, and I gained like 30 pounds because I didn't have control of my world, but I could control what was going on my mouth, and
mm.
I wasn't making good choices because I wanted that dopamine, I guess. But it was awful.
So you saying that like a food addiction or emotionally eating makes you feel like you have control over something?
Well, I don't know if you overtly notice it, but that's kind of what's the underpinnings behind it is I can't control what's going around me, but I can control those.
Gotcha. So it's more like you saying subconsciously.
Yeah, subconsciously.
Gotcha. So your personal opinion, how do we recognize the difference between physical hunger and emotional hunger?
Oh, yeah, that's a hard one to really tell the difference sometimes. I think if you're just eating to graze, that's definitely just habits, or you're eating because it's 12 o'clock, that's habits. But real hunger, you physically feel it in your body. And I don't know if very many Americans, unless they're really going through something, really have ever been actually hungry because they're just so used to eating all day and throughout the day. But hunger pangs, definitely.
It's so crazy you say that, right? Because I've been in this journey where like I've been meeting with a dietitian like almost every week now, and she was helping me realize something I never. She was telling me drink more water,
Yes.
and I realized that has helped me like not eat. Like I realized I was overeating a lot, emotionally eating because I was thirsty a lot. And she was telling me that a lot of people do that. Yeah, and I noticed too because I'm a big diet soda drinker. I love diet sodas. And then, it's worse because they got a zero soda for everything, and like so it's like bad. They didn't have all this when I was growing up. They didn't have orange soda zero. They didn't have Gatorade zero. So it's like I can get anything that I want now. Diet version. But I noticed as I've been drinking more water, I drink less of those things. Like I'm drinking a Diet Coke. That's my first Diet Coke today. And usually, like I could have like two or three Diet Cokes, but now that I'm drinking all this water, it is like someone told me instead of looking at what you can have, look at what you have. What you say?
I'm sorry, I was reading what she said. They have diabetic Pepsi.
Hold on, what is it? Someone Lux in the chat wrote, "Oh my God, they have diabetic Pepsi." Saw it at. First of all, first of all,
You're killing me.
I feel like she's being funny right now. I know Lux. It's not a diabetic Pepsi. It's Pepsi Zero Lux. Um,
That'd be at Walmart, wouldn't it?
but yeah, they got a zero soda for everything now. Like it's crazy. Like they got zero root beer. So amazing.
Well, the
Um,
thing is, with those items, they're really bad for your teeth. They equate it to meth mouth. That it just your teeth fall apart from the chemicals in it, and you do gain weight from diet soda. I don't know how they still get away with it, but diet soda is worse for you than regular soda. Not that regular soda is good either. I mean, when I stopped drinking Coca Cola, and I was really mad at my doctor for a few days. I didn't think I was addicted to it, but I was like, "I hate you, Linda." But I didn't see her, thank God. But I dropped 10 pounds just by not drinking Coca Cola every day.
wow, that's amazing. Look, I
And I
hear
would have
you.
never guessed it. I thought it was a lie. And then you have to realize if you don't have enough nutrients in your body will turn up your hunger. So you'll eat more of hopefully a variety of foods because it's trying to hit that mark somehow. So sometimes when you're feeling really hungry all the time, you might just be out of balance nutritionally. Even like
Yeah.
omega-3 helps with that stuff, believe it or not.
Yes, that was the one of the biggest things I realized. Well, let me read this in the chat. Tom wrote in the chat, "I drink a lot of seltzer water to avoid smacking sometimes." Yeah, I do that too. Like drink the bubbly water is what I called it.
Yeah,
Um, but
better choice.
to the point you were saying, yeah, like, and I talked about this on here before. It's like I grew up and I realized that, in school they didn't really teach us like what a balanced diet was. And so like one of the things with the dietitian we learned is like, what foods you're supposed to, it's like a protein, your greens, and a starch. And when I started adding, like before I was just eating like beans and greens. And then she was like, yo, throw some rice in there. And when I threw the rice in there, it kept me full for like 45 hours. And I was like, oh, I didn't want to eat that candy, the chips and stuff like that. So, yes, to your point, that balance, like you're missing certain things, which cause you to overeat and do a lot more because you're missing those things. That's something that's
And then
amazing.
on top of that, it's a lack mentality. If you go around saying, "Oh, I can't have this. Oh, I wish I could have that," you're going to eat more of it.
Yeah.
Like the replacement of seltzer water, you're replacing. If you replace something and you don't have that dangling ending, your brain's much happier with that. And sometimes you got to kind of convince yourself, yeah, the celery is crispy like a chip. It doesn't taste like it, but this is going to move my health forward. You know.
Yes, yes. In the chat, Lux wrote pizza and chocolate milk at 10 a.m. Man, we are 30 and older. We are not eating pizza and chocolate milk at 10 a.m. Well, actually, I might do that. I ain't gonna lie.
Just not every day,
Yeah,
right?
every other day. Every other day.
There you go.
So I think you kind of hit on this already. So once again, why do you say so many diets fail?
Well, usually because people are going with the fad diets and they're jumping on the bandwagon and they're doing everything like everybody else, but they don't teach you skills for long term, and you're not really making any you might make some physical changes, but if you don't make the long term changes, like you said, you're just going to gain it back. And when you rapidly lose weight, I mean, that puts you at risk for osteoporosis, and you'll have like hanging skin and stuff like that. I knew some friends, they all went through that the surgery, the gastric bypass, and they lost weight really fast. But they had a lot of problems, and to include the hanging skin. And I just think it's terrible to go through all that and then just have your skin just drooping everywhere, like a good 10, 20 pounds worth of hanging skin.
Yeah, that. And then sometimes though, Ozempic shot will will do that too.
Yeah,
But
that's the new fad. And
yeah,
I'm not against it necessarily, but it's not, you got to learn the habits, and you have to reshape the way you see the world and your relationship to food, as well as get the dopamine straightened out and everything.
right.
Dr.
Um,
Ammon actually has a book like that, Change Your Brain, Change Your Body, because anytime you work on your brain health, you lose weight.
when you say anytime you change your brain health, you lose weight?
Yeah, when you work on your brain health, and that's, exercise and diet and supplements and all that, you will lose weight by proxy, because when this is good, the rest of you is good.
Yeah, I feel like we had this conversation before, like two or three times of what you I told you how like when I journal, it feel like when I declutter, I feel like I have more control over my life. I gain control by journaling. Then it's like, yo, I want to work out and I want to eat healthier, and it's like, so I got to tell you, this week I tried a whole nother thing, and I want to get your opinion on this.
Okay.
Um, I was actually talking to my therapist about this. So I was around a bunch of dogs, and I was playing like rap music, Lizzo, stuff like that, and the dogs were like really going crazy like when I was playing that. And then I put on some like classical and some lo-fi music, and then they all were just chilling and relaxing and stuff like that. And I was
Mhm.
like, damn, like I can't believe the music is really affecting their mood or whatever. So I was like, let me try this because I listen to rap music 5 a.m. in the morning in the shower, like just blasting all day, every day, everywhere I go. I was like, let me switch to classical, and I swear I was becoming more productive in my life. Like I felt like I was becoming evolved, and it made me like I don't know what it was. I was in the grocery store. And this was yesterday. Today I picked up the donuts because I was listening to rap. But other day,
Blame rap for the donuts.
yeah, I was listening to my classical musical. I was like, nope, I'm not getting the donuts. I'm getting some trail mix. I was like, I could do that. Got the nuts and the sweets, and then like I don't know. So it's just what you were saying about like your brain health and stuff like that. It's like it's so weird how like all these things I feel like affect you, and it goes back to like what I was saying again. It's like people be like, yo, just put down the chips, just put down the soda, and it's like that. It's like nah, it's
If it
like there's
was
a
that
lot.
easy, none of us would be talking about it, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
but the whole music thing that you're talking about, classical music, and I actually use it when I really have to hyper focus on stuff. But rap has its place too, right? When you want to clean the house. But it has frequencies, is what they call it. They've done researches, and if you look it up, like healing frequency, focus frequency, there's different frequencies that our brain reacts to, and whatever frequency it is, our brain will adjust up or down to it. It makes it sound like we're so simple, doesn't it?
yeah, because I was looking at the dogs and I'm just like, I don't even think they understand words. So I'm just like this is a whole nother. It just really had me thinking about just life in general. And like, yeah, life is very simple. It is very simple, but I think we overcomplicate it sometimes.
Well, we're being pushed with advertisements and consumerism, and a lot of people are trying to look like Hollywood, but they represent like 1% of the population. We're the normal ones; they're not.
Yeah, very true. So my
And I saw gut health on there. Yes, gut health, probiotics, prebiotics. They did a lot of research that depression and anxiety, it started in the gut. They had gut problems first before they had brain problems, because the gut brain connection is bigger than they admit. And I noticed, like, when I was a full time private practice and I would do intakes and I would ask them questions like that. And a lot of, like, all of them, I would ask them, like, do you remember if maybe you were having stomach problems before all this started? And every one of them said yes. So
mm,
the good and bad bacteria can drive our mood, and they're hopefully getting to a point where they're going to prescribe gut health bacteria, because they've done studies where they've switched bacteria strains on people, and they act like that gut bacteria. So it's really freaky stuff. But
mm.
one day maybe we'll be able to just take some really good gut bacteria, and just all be happy.
I'm definitely gonna talk to my dietitian because I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't know what y'all talking about right now. I just
It sounds like white girl stuff, don't it?
I need to
But
do some research on this. What up, D Gill? Is that Dr. Gill, the Dr. Gill that I know? So my next question for you, um, in your personal opinion, what's the difference between motivation and discipline?
well, I think they're kind of interconnected, because if you don't have the motivation to do it, you're never going to get to where you're disciplined. Discipline means I'm going to do it regularly, and I have it within me, or I built the world around me so I can keep doing it. And I feel this ethical way to do it. But motivation is, I got to get off the couch and do it, really. I mean, I think you have to have a reason. I mean, nobody wants to lose weight just to lose weight. Have you ever noticed that people always are like, oh, I got a wedding coming up, or I'm going to go to a reunion? They don't realize I can lose weight because I want to be healthy, and I want to be active. And when I get older, I want to be around my kids and my grandkids.
Is that called purpose? Is that the same thing as purpose?
Um, Purpose, yeah, or just a goal. People like working towards things more than just saying I need to lose weight.
Yeah, it's funny you say that because I do think about times when I tried to lose weight. Anytime I did it for like vain reasons or just like was trying to. I'm not even gonna lie, y'all. One time I lost weight because I was trying to get this girl back, but this girl that broke my heart. Hey, a heartbreak will make you lose some weight. I can't do it now because I'm not like I was. That was a time in my life I was very petty and like I had to do a lot of healing and growing. That was 2 years before therapy. But when I was petty, I lost a lot of weight because I was trying to get this woman back. I didn't get her back. I lost the weight too. She still didn't want me. I was hurt, y'all. So
And whenever we do something for outside ourselves, it's always doomed to failure.
yes, I learned the hard way. Yeah. So
I
figure
mean,
out.
same with sobriety, or anything else. If you're doing it for someone else, you're not doing it right.
Yeah. Somebody in the chat. Tom wrote. Tom, they flagging all your messages in the chat.
Yeah,
Um,
doing it even when you don't want to. I agree.
the weight loss over heartbreak is so real. Yes, bro. Cause you be like, I'm gonna show her. She broke my heart. Oh, wait till she see I get this 6 pack.
Well, I had a guy ask me what my BMI was. Was it too high? And I said, "Did you just call me fat?" I mean, that was the most creative way I've ever been called fat.
Damn, was he a doctor?
No, it was a guy. It was I used to date.
Oh, okay. That's funny. So, um, what small habits tend to create the biggest long term results?
Just celebrating the small steps, and making healthy swap outs, like you were saying, instead of diet soda that's so bad for you, do sparkling water. Or maybe look at all the preservatives that you're consuming and maybe eat less of them and less of them until you're probably not eating them at all. But do it small and celebrate the wins. If you gain, and don't forget, you're going to get, you can't say, oh, I gained 3 pounds, because that could be your colon, you could just go into the bathroom, take a good dookie, and then there's your 3 pounds, right? So you can't get hyper focused on that part, and just learn when you gain what's going on. Is there an emotional thing going on? Am I eating something? Because you might not even realize that what you're eating is you're gaining weight from, because of the way the packaging reads. Because the packaging, you might think, let's say ramen noodles, that's 2 servings if you read the package. Who's going to make that into 2 servings, right? So there's a lot of misleading information. If it says low sugar or no sugar, it probably has a lot of sodium in it, because the brain interprets sodium and sugar the same way. So, what do we got?
There's a lot of truth. In the chat, Lux wrote, "That's why I don't go through phones. Quickest way to lose your appetite." Mm, interesting. Hey, Lux, why you in the chat? Lux wrote, "Mom be eating 2 packs of noodles."
She's going after you.
How you know? Hey, I know. As she was saying that, I was like, "Yo, like 1 or 2? I be eating 4 servings."
Yeah, right. I do love ramen, but I found a ramen equivalent without all the fat and sodium and MSG in it. And I think that's what it is, just a little bit of trial and error, and just reminding yourself, this is for long term. I'm not just doing it to look good for a party or an ex-girlfriend.
I'm glad you said that. I'm glad you said. She said your face when she said that. Yeah, but I did give it all. How should someone mentally recover after falling off track?
I think first of all, be forgiving, right? Because I think that's the hardest part with anything with a lifestyle change, is if you're punishing yourself, it's negative. Anything negative is always going to push you back. And you're not starting from step one. You've already learned a lot of things. So you're not starting completely over. You're doing a restart with the information you already have and everything you've gained up to that point. And just check in with yourself. Is it an anniversary or something that happened to me in the past that is triggering it? Is it just I had a bad experience at work? Or, just autopsy it and see where it's at. But be forgiving and move through it.
Got you. Okay.
Because we all make mistakes.
Yeah. So, can someone build confidence before reaching their goal weight?
Why not? Because, how you feel about yourself isn't always what you see in the mirror, right? I mean, anorexic people think they're fat and they're not. So we don't really truly see who we are. We see what we think we are, and it doesn't matter your body size. You can have confidence. I mean, look at some of those professional Olympic weightlifters. They're big people, but man, they can lift some weight and they're healthy, So we got to remember, healthy and self-confidence doesn't have to be tied to a particular image that's unrealistic.
In the chat, Lux wrote, "I feel like you kind of have to for it to be successful for real, for real." So, where can you get this confidence from? If it's not the weight, like where does someone like they like, man, like I'm feeling like not confident, gaining the weight, like what like you said, you have to have a purpose to sustain the weight loss, a goal to sustain it. How does someone get the confidence? Like, what's a logical step to do that?
Are you saying having confidence and focused on weight loss, or confidence in general? Because if you're focused just on weight loss, that's kind of doomed.
No, in general.
In general, well, I think for me, I would say going to college and getting a degree and having something to lose really helped me change the way I looked at the world and gave me more confidence, because I felt like I was doing something. I was contributing to the world. Confidence isn't based on how you look. I mean, you could find the ugliest person and they probably have more confidence than the prettiest person. You know, it shouldn't be based on your body shape, your body size, your gender. You know, you should just be happy with who you are. And I know that's easier said than done, but find what makes you happy. Find how to build your confidence. You know, self-help books, life coaching, therapy. You know.
Gotcha. So it sounds like you're saying having purpose and goals outside of the weight loss itself and your body image.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay. Um,
I agree. You can't hate your body into loving it. Yeah, agree. Any negative feelings you harbor are going to be pop up blockers to success.
I'm glad you said it. So how important is self talk during a health journey?
100%. Because your brain does not know if you're saying it or your father saying it or that teacher that was horrible to you said it. And the brain is going to convince you it's true. Self talk is huge. Negative self talk is very destructive.
Mm, okay. And if someone's dealing with that, I guess the suggestion would be therapy for the negative self talk.
Yeah, therapy would be the ideal, of course. I love. I wish everybody could have. I wish therapy was free so everybody could and have quality therapy. That's another point. But like Headspace and all those little apps like that, they tell you a lot of those things. There's a list called 10 most um, oh gosh, negative thoughts, right? Or dysfunctional thoughts is what they call it. But I think that's a horrible title for it. But it's the 10 types of thought processes we have when we're stuck in the negative loop of negative thinking. And negative thinking it gives you a dopamine boost. It does a lot of things. But you know what it doesn't do? It doesn't help you become successful.
Mm. Oh wow.
But look it up, the 10 most common dysfunctional thoughts.
Okay.
It's and you'll be like, whoa, they have categories for this.
Yeah, that's interesting. I'm definitely gonna check it out.
Yeah, I
Um,
love it.
so we're gonna go ahead and move to our next segment, which we want to read some Reddit stories. I have a Reddit story here called um, "I lost 80 pounds before and gained it back with extra. I'm over this." This sounds just like me. I promise I didn't write this, y'all. Um, Like this title says, I lost 80 pounds before. It was amazing how good I felt, how confident I was, and how much I blossomed as a person. Unfortunately, I gained everything back with extra. It started with my I can't pronounce that word, but continued as I fell in love and became complacent. Fat and happy, right? I've been feeling it a lot lately. My arms don't sit comfortably when I put them down, and they make me feel like my head is too small. My shoe size went back up, and tying my laces or buckling flats is so embarrassing and comfortable. I literally can't bend forward without adjusting my leg. I look pregnant again and hate wearing pants. I miss feeling like my husband is proud that I'm his wife. As much as I want to be comfortable in my own skin, I want him to be able to look at me and think, wow, that's my wife. He deserves that. I'm ready to recapture the freedom I felt with my first weight loss, and I'm excited.
Oh,
Yeah. Um.
but that happens. I think it's called a weight loss rebound that you gain your weight and then some more.
Mhm.
It's very common.
Um. So, wow. Yeah. This one touched me. Um.
Yeah, me too.
So I got a few questions for you about this one. So how do people naturally fall back into old habits?
Well, I think their surroundings. Let's say you want to make all these different food choices, but your whole family doesn't want to. Or you go out to eat and everybody's ordering what you had versus what you need. It's hard to change if your environment's not changing.
Okay. And how can someone mentally recover after regaining weight without feeling like they failed?
Well, I heard a lot of negativity in those statements towards themselves. And I would say, yes, it's natural to feel that way. However, you need to move through it because being angry at yourself and punishing yourself, you can't move forward that way. Fat thoughts fat feelings, make you gain weight.
Gotcha. In the chat, Tom wrote, I lost like 180 pounds and gained back 50 last year from drinking.
That's a lot of weight loss, Tom.
Yeah, good job.
Yeah.
DM me what you did, Tom. Um,
If it was healthy.
yeah, that part. So is weight gain usually about willpower or something else?
It could be willpower. It could be because it sounds like they do need some mental health help. There's something bigger going on, and the idea. But she does mention it was a she, right? Um,
Mhm.
that they enjoyed how their body moved and how this and that. That's what they could be focusing on. I feel better when I make this food choice. I remember how it feels to have a picture of yourself at the ideal weight and just picture yourself feeling that way. Guide your brain. This is what I want versus all day long telling yourself what you don't want and being angry at yourself.
Okay, okay. Um, in the chat, Tom wrote mostly smoothies and 2 hour cardios every morning for 9 to 12 months. Okay.
Oh, wow.
That's the man right there. All right, so we're gonna go ahead to our next Reddit story, which says maintaining is harder than losing weight. I lost 80 pounds after 5 years ago. I lost 80 pounds about 5 years ago. But in the last 3 years, I have gained 20 of them back. My clothes don't even fit me anymore. Part of me wants to give up because it doesn't feel like it's worth the stress anymore. But then the other parts of me know how far I have come. In my experience, maintaining my weight has been so much harder than losing it in the first place. And I'm wondering if others feel the same. So I got a couple questions for you. Um, how does shame affect someone's ability to make healthy changes?
Well, when you come from a shame point of view, you're not making choices that are going to be good for you. You're probably making choices what you think are good for other people. Again, it's negative. You're not thinking about what is going to help you and fulfill you. When the shames might be most likely, what I'm going to say, trauma. And
Mm,
guilt and shame come from somewhere. They don't, I mean, we might think we're born with it because our family's that way, but then one day we find out, wow, maybe our family's dysfunctional.
that's actually my next question for you. So, what's the difference between guilt and shame when it comes to weight loss?
What's the difference between guilt and shame?
Yeah.
Guilt probably would be what you're choosing and not choosing, and feeling shameful that you're still doing it, even though you know better.
Hmm.
Or like, oh God, I don't like how my body looks. I don't deserve these things. Too focused because it just feels like it's too focused on it. And if I were to say to you, I don't want you to think about chocolate at all for the next week until I see you again.
Hmm.
No, no chocolate cake, no chocolate pudding, no chocolate, zero, zip, zero. You'd probably eat more chocolate than you ever have when I saw you the next week because I told you not to do it.
Hmm.
That's just how the brain works. So,
Mm.
and if you're tying your mental health into your weight loss and your body image, it gets so complicated so fast.
Hmm. Okay. Wow. That's yeah. Wow. That you.
Because you don't have to be skinny to love yourself. I mean, I don't know about you, but some of the skinniest women I know are the most complicated women I know.
Yeah. It's yeah. I hear you. It's yeah. Because I see some women and they not skinny at all and they love themselves. I'm like, dang, like the self love is real. So yeah, you're absolutely correct.
Because it sounds
Um,
like they might be obsessive. And that's, you can't go from obsessing about eating to obsessing about looking a certain way by not eating.
mm.
And smoothies are all right, but you can't do that long term, Tom.
You said, Tom, eat some eggs.
Get some protein, friend.
Tom said, I feel a bit better about myself being a bit bigger, to be honest. I don't think I look great skinny, lol. Hey, I tell everybody, I look better when I'm medium thick.
There
not
you go.
skinny, medium thick. Um, Lux wrote exactly because that's not healthy either. Obsessing over not looking a certain way. Yeah, facts, super facts. All right, y'all. So we're gonna move into our next. Did you have something to say?
Oh, I was just going to say, and I'm not knocking us ladies, but there are women that think their appearance is what gets them things, in the world. And could be true because I know, like, if, especially when I was younger, and like when my mom died, I was dropped down to 100 pounds. And it was horrible, horrible. But you know how many compliments I got and free stuff I got for being smaller? It's ridiculous. Society rewards unhealthy, skinny people.
It do, yeah. But I also want to say to people, sometimes your energy can bring people to you.
Yes,
Like,
those are the best.
yeah, like I met some women like who I was never physically attracted to, and but they had this dope energy. Like they felt like they were healed and grown, and I just wanted to be around them just because of who they like were, not exactly how they look. So, hey, you can get those that men out there. Um,
Well, it's just superficial on both sides.
yeah. So, all right. So our next segment is our or nog segment. So pretty much, I'll ask the question, and then y'all tell me, is it a healthy habit or nah? Feel free, to comment in the chat, as well, your response. Lux wrote, before we get started, Lux wrote exactly, thinner people are treated differently in society. Yeah, society, you know.
That's why you got to find your crew that don't judge by your weight.
Yeah, it's so weird. Like, I'm not gonna go too deep into this, but like, man, like when you start seeing things, because I'm starting to sound like a conspiracy theorist, but yeah, you just start seeing things for what it is. Anyways,
I got my
let's keep.
soil hat over here. Should I put it on? No.
All right, so tell me what y'all think, healthy habit or nah? Weighing yourself every single morning. What y'all think?
No.
Say no.
I don't even keep a scale.
So you think that's unhealthy? If someone weighs themselves every single morning?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, then I guess it's your perception. Like if you're doing it to see if you gained 1 or 2 pounds,
Mhm.
but I don't see any reason to do it every day.
Yeah, I think when I was on my weight loss journey, I think I did it once a week, the same day every week to just kind of check in to see if there was because your weight fluctuates day to day. Um,
Definitely. And it's how your clothes fit because when you are exercising, you gain muscle before you lose fat. So there is this transition where you gain weight because you have both. But the more muscle you have, the more fat burning you have eventually.
gotcha. Jay, thank you so much for joining. We are doing our healthy or nog segment right now. I'm giving scenarios, and everybody just let me know if they think it's healthy or not. Um, So next one, cutting out every food you enjoy. Is that healthy discipline or nah?
It's that all or nothing. No, that's a good way to doom yourself.
Okay. Um, yeah, and it's one of them things. I agree. It's not realistic. I tried it. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like I know we all know the right answer. Somebody said definitely. Jay said definitely unhealthy in the chat. But I did try this. I did try, y'all. It was I tried some of these fad diets. I don't know if y'all ever tried it. I was trying to eat salads every day. I was on the Subway and like literally ordering the salad, chopped salad. They don't sell those no more, but they had the chopped salad. I eat that every day. I got broke, so I got so broke I couldn't afford the chopped salad, so I went back to ramen noodles. Um, they had these pills back in the day where it was like, "What up, Sunday morning? We're doing our online segment." Um, so you would go to a weight loss doctor, and they would give you these pills that would like make you was it phenamine? I forgot what it was. It might have
Fin
been.
fin, wasn't it?
yeah, and it was like you would not be hungry, but it would give you so much energy. And this was the first time in my life where where I was like, I felt like I might have been an addict. Like I ain't gonna lie to you, like I'm sober, but I felt like I was scared. Like I was like, yo, this feels like I could go to a whole nother. I was like,
Speed, basically.
yeah, that's what I read it. I was like, I was doing it right. I was taking this stuff, and like, it was like I was feeling good. Like I was ready to go to the gym, y'all, working out. And I researched, and it was like it's pretty much just legal speed. And I was like, whoa, whoa, let me get off this. That scared
Yeah,
me, yo.
before you have a heart attack.
I was like, this stuff is amazing. Like, I was like, never again. Um, Lux in the chat, Rose. That's why I couldn't do keto. It's no carbs, and I love carbs. Yes, we love carbs over here.
Carbs are awesome.
Um, Sunday wrote, "It's the salad dressing that are bad for you."
Yes, they're so full of fat.
True. Yeah.
Well, there's good fats and bad fats because olive oil is a good fat, you know.
Mhm. Um, Lux wrote, "Fitrenamine or something." My homegirl took that. Oh my god. Yes, I'm trying to tell you. There was an era where they like there was these certain doctors that would just give it to you, and whew, it
Well,
was hurtful.
ADHD medicine, I was on dextroamphetamine, and one of the side effects is no hunger, but same feeling like, ooh, I can clean the house, I can clean the car, I can conquer the world.
Yeah, I had a roommate. I called my roommate at the time. I was like, "Hey, I left my pills at the house. Can you just bring these to me?" I was like, "Yo, I think I'm something is. I need to stop."
I miss them, but not good for me.
In the chat, J Rose, I'm learning to eat things in moderation instead of trying to quit my favorite. Yeah.
Amen. That's the way to do it. Like, I had this cheesecake that's in the fridge, and instead of eating the whole, I just ate half now, and then I'll eat half another time because if you just stop eating, you'll feel okay. It's just your brain wants you to finish it, but it takes a good 20 minutes for your brain to realize, oh, we're full. So,
Hmm.
and I think, oh, my favorite hypnotist teacher, Dr. Nongard, he says when you go out to eat, ask for a to go container and just automatically put half in there and close the lid because you don't need that much food.
I hear you, but I'm the type that like I could put the food in a go to go box. I'm opening that to go box back up. We eat that right now. Um,
I used to be, well, I paid for it. I got to eat it all.
yeah.
Now I keep
Um,
like a cooler bag in my car and I ask them for some ice and I just bring it home with me.
that's funny. In the chat, Tom wrote, "When I was a kid, we were poor and taught to finish everything." So I think that's part of it. I've heard that one before.
Oh, yeah. There's
Um,
kids starving in other countries. You have to finish your food. There are cases of like anorexia and bulimia and eating disorders because of those kind of those beliefs.
in the chat, Jay wrote, "Oh wow, I'm definitely going to get to go get that to go container in the beginning of the meal."
Yay! It's a psychological. Hey, I don't have to eat it all. Plus, think about it. You're doubling your money, right? Because you get two meals out of it. That's how I try to convince myself. And
Yep,
if you have an air fryer, ooh, it tastes so good.
that's funny. Avoiding social events because you're afraid of unhealthy food. Is that a healthy boundary or nah?
All the time. You got to get out there and live.
Oh man, hold on. First of all, in the chat, Lux wrote, "I always get a to go container. I felt like I got two for one." Wow.
Yes, exactly.
Um, I think I've avoided play. I was trying to avoid McDonald's for a long time. But I ended up back. Um,
McDonald's food. Ooh, have you watched Super Size Me, the
yeah,
documentary?
yeah.
And you
See,
still
those,
want to eat McDonald's after that?
no, I watched it back in 2000s, and at first I was like, "Yo, I'm not eating McDonald's again." But you eat McDonald's again, and like you forget, like you have to rewatch those things that you're talking about. Like I understand what you're saying, But like, have you ever had a McDonald's large fry with salt on it?
Yes, I used to eat them all the time. I live across the street from McDonald's. I won't touch it now.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, because if once you find out what's in the sauce and all the additives and preservatives and all that, how it's made, it really ruins it. McDonald's French fries are the most genetically modified food.
I got you.
Even the oil has chemicals in it to make them look uniform or something like that. I mean, have you ever cleaned out your car and found a McDonald's French fry months later and it doesn't look like it's old?
Mhm.
You think your body can digest that? I mean, that's not natural.
You're thinking logical. Like I hear you. You absolutely correct.
Yeah.
But however, when like that large fry is fresh out the grease with salt on
I
it,
could smell it as you're talking about it. It's so good.
and it
But
hits
it's
my
not good
tongue,
for me.
you get that, and then you know what it is. I haven't had this since I was a kid, but I had a McFlurry with extra Oreos in it. Oh my god! Like I
We can
understand
eat
this
anything
feeling.
when we're kids, right? The hot apple pie.
Oh, them apple pies are good. Oh my god! Like, cause I used to
The
work at
filling was
McDonald's.
like 3,000 degrees. Yeah.
It's amazing. Like, yes,
Oh.
it's bad for you, but every once in a while, you gotta go to McDonald's and get you two double cheeseburgers, a large fry, a Coke, and some ice cream.
Well, they used to
Um,
have like three for $1. That shows you how old I am. So we would get three for $1 and a large fry and a large Coke and just snarf it down and go back to school, you
yeah,
know?
yeah. Um, so I have to avoid it because I have a real addiction here. In
Well,
the chat.
the preservatives in it are designed to make you addicted. When they first were trying to figure out the food for McDonald's, I'm trying to think of the right phrase. They had research scientists, and they wanted to know how to push somebody over the line of being satiated. They designed their food that to make you overeat for profit. It's not about you, the customer, liking their food. It's about how to get you to eat more than you would on any given day so we can make a profit.
Okay. She said they don't care about us.
Yeah, exactly.
They don't care about us.
They care about our money. That's it.
In the chat, Lux wrote, crying that large fry, no salt, super fresh, and it's amazing.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
dream about it.
I sometimes I do get the no salt, whenever I feel like my health might be at risk, you be super, you be like, let me get a large fry, no salt. Um, Jay wrote, the fries are the only things I eat from there. Girl, stop lying. Um, hey, people say it all the time. You know, you get that McChicken too. You can't get a large fry without a McChicken.
I get
Um,
their what is it? Their breakfast, the egg McMuffin, because that's the only real egg they use. So
hmm, I got another one for you. Keeping junk food out your house. Is that healthy strategy or nah?
definitely a healthy strategy. Or if you do get the smaller sizes, like for me, I'm that way. I know if I have a bag of chips in my house, Brenda's going to eat them because there's no one else here. And then there's that mindset. Well, if I don't eat them, I'm wasting money, right? It goes back to what we were saying. But I either get the smaller ones, the snack packs, or I just don't keep them in the house because when I get bored, I'll start trying to raid the cupboard, and that's not good.
I feel you. You know what the problem is for me? Well, first of all, in the chat, Jay said, I swear, and a caramel frappe. I told you, that fry. I
We're all
told
going
you.
to McDonald's after this. And then to
Uh,
the ER. No, I'm just kidding.
Big girl Lux wrote, Black girl Lux wrote, breakfast is A1. Yes. Tom wrote, those McGriddles used to get me for real. I feel like this is a McDonald's commercial right now. They
Oh
are
my God. Are we promoting them?
so I would say that I be having the goal to keep healthy foods out my house. But the issue is every time I do this, right, I be like, I'm not getting certain foods. All the foods that I'm not supposed to eat, for some reason, always ends up on sale. Like I don't
Yeah.
yeah, it's like I get a coupon or it's like the weekly set. Like this week I was like, no more chips. I walk into Giants. They said you buy 2 bags of Utz, you get 3 bags free. Like, come on, I can't stop a diet. When you get 3 bags of chips for free.
That's how they make us into puppets, huh?
Yeah.
Well,
So
what you do is you have friends and say, "Hey, they're on sale. I'm going to buy you a bag." Give them the bag.
I got you. I got you. I hear you. I hear you. I got them bag of chips in my room right now. All right, y'all. In the chat, who wrote? Let me see who we got here. Lux says, see their influence. Jay says, yeah, I only keep healthy snacks at home because I love to snack. Lux says, I peep. They do that on purpose. Man, ugh.
Especially nowadays with all our technology. You'll be talking to your friend about something and boop, here's an advertisement for it.
hmm Yeah, yeah. I did have
And
one.
sometimes you can order something or get those chips, but not eat the whole bag. You can, start learning how to eat just a few of them and say, "Oh, thank you."
Yeah, I mean, yeah, and that's what like I was kind of telling you earlier. Like as I start drinking more water too, and like making sure I like you talk about not taking away stuff, but like replacing it, and it's
Yeah.
like meeting my needs of how much water I need a day. I found that I stopped snacking so much salty stuff. Um,
Yeah, I
as
use like I have mints. They're sugar free. They have xylitol on them. I'll put those, just to have something.
Hey, I'm sorry. In the chat, Sunday wrote he ain't sharing nothing.
Oh, he knows you, huh?
I was thinking that, but I wasn't gonna say that.
Just because they're
Oh,
on sale doesn't mean you have to buy as many.
I'm sorry. It's a good deal. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
You are a
Oh,
consumer.
yes. Oh, man. Well, this was good. I feel like we got a lot of hopeful things. I would say, what would you say is someone on their journey of wanting to start to build a sustainable, healthier lifestyle? That's what we call it, a lifestyle change. What would be their first step? After listening to this today.
I definitely would maybe see if you have an underlying mental health problem and just read or do podcasts or do whatever your learning style is about how food affects you. And instead of what is that book? We don't live to eat. We need to eat to live. We got to change our perception with our relationship of food, and don't be so hard on yourself. I mean, everybody fails. The most successful people out there are the biggest failures. It's just they tried one more time.
Yeah.
So be gentle and don't get all focused on yourself. I mean, there's so much more than just your weight and your body.
Yep. In the chat, Tom wrote small steps every day just to see what works for you personally. Lux wrote, Brenda mentioned a book earlier. What was the name?
Change your brain, change your body. Dr. Daniel Ammon. And there's another one's kind of dated, but I'm sure he has a newer version. I think it's called the Ultramind Solution.
Mhm.
Mark Hammond. There's a lot of good authors out there, and they all have podcasts now, and it's just about learning about what's in your food and why it's bad for you and why it's addicting.
Okay. And all right. How can someone, they want to book a session, maybe start therapy, exploring this? How would they, do that with you?
Oh, with me, I don't advertise and stuff because I'm semi-retired, but you could reach out to me on me and my service dog's TikTok if you want. Because I'm on Facebook at Brenda Joy Lauer and also on Instagram. But just reach out to me. I'll keep it personal. I mean, I work with a lot of people, and I could see them out somewhere else, and I'll pretend like I don't know them, or we're just friends. I'll never rat it out. I'm a HIPAA compliant.
Oh God, we got, hey, we'll play with hippo around here. That's dope. So I'm so glad we was able to have this conversation with you. I feel like this was
Great.
helpful to a lot of people, people that watch today as well as people who's going to listen to this when it drops on Thursday. So once again, bro, I really thank you so much for joining us tonight.
I really enjoy it. I really enjoy what you're doing and why you're doing it, and to be part of it is just nice.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Um, and I hope I wasn't a bad influence. I hope you don't get off of this tonight and go over to that McDonald's
I
across
could
the
literally walk to there if I didn't have a cast on my foot. I'll see my dog.
I hope I wasn't. You don't do that.
Oh
Um,
no, I just think of I have to think of the consequences because I have like gastric issues and stuff. So eat one hamburger, have diarrhea for the day. Woo, it's not a good trade off anymore.
I feel like that's one of the greatest things, and I'm not going to super deep in this, but as you get older, you feel the consequences for when you eat bad right away versus when you was younger. You don't, like literally.
Oh
Sometimes
yeah,
I be like, I'm not going to eat this because I know I'm going to be farting all night long. So
yeah.
it's like that will definitely keep you from doing certain things.
Well, I will
Um,
say when I was 18 and doing McDonald's every day, I did have a cholesterol check at a health fair, and they said I had the cholesterol of an old man. So
oh wow.
yeah.
Oh no. Like it got to, yeah, it'll sneak up on you. It will sneak
Yeah.
up on you. But yeah, so this was dope. Once again, y'all, we will be back next week for another episode of Reflective Grow 10 p.m. on TikTok Live. So make sure you check that out. Um, y'all, I love everyone here. However, I gotta go to bed. So have a good night, y'all. Peace.
Take care. Bye bye.